So,
Katie Rainier.
welcome to podcast 17. I know that I'm going to hear about this from the boys when they go, you guys say the ladies podcast is always on time. In our defense, we started on time, talking to ourselves for 7 minutes because I forgot to press the go live button. So it took us a little bit to figure it out. But
Thank God someone said something, because we had Mojo. We definitely Mojo. We've got like our whole podcast team in behind the scenes who are probably thinking like epic fail, ladies.
Yeah. Like, what are these two doing? Professional over here, just talking to ourselves, going on and on. But okay, so like I guess
we're almost perfect.
Almost. Yeah, here's Tim. You're late.
No.
The first time around we weren't, but
and we were having a really pleasant conversation when we thought we were live, when we weren't live.
Great. So now we're just going to have to like cruise through what we were talking about, and like it might not be as good the second time around, but so busy time of year. I'm like,
we've already talked about this. I think we go straight to the podcast.
Straight in.
We declutter all of the initial noise that we had, and we go straight to the women of Timmins.
I think that's a great choice. So Timmins, we're just going to quickly, 23 ladies played in the event, 37 shifts total. If you threw anything over like a 350, we shouted you out to ourselves when we did this. So men and ladies, there was fantastic bowling. But I think we're just going to bring everybody in. I think that's just where we're going to go with it. So we have all 5 ladies who made the cut, and we're going to bring them in. Hey, everyone.
I know, right, ladies?
Like, oops. You guys can attest when people are going and saying we weren't doing our thing. We were actually like having a show. Like,
I thought the intro was great.
It was perfect. Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, the mulligan. That's right, Bill. I get a mulligan. I need it. But welcome. Thank you guys for joining us on the show today. Congratulations. You guys bowled fantastic on the weekend. Maybe we'll just quickly run through a little bit of how that went for you, and then we can get into chatting. And you want to start that off, Trace?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll first do maybe the quick introductions, and then we'll start asking some questions. But Renee, I always say your last name wrong, so please help me. Laframboise.
Yes, Katie's got it.
Okay, I had to learn it for nationals last year, and I studied it. I practiced so many times.
Thank you, because I don't want to like do any hiccups on names. So Brianna Spruill, Jordan Graham, Vanessa Gavreau. Is that how I would say your last name, Vanessa?
Yeah, Gavreau.
Gavreau. And then Sam Sitar. So welcome, ladies. I think it's amazing. Want to talk a little bit about what it took for all of you to qualify, talk about the ages. The reason we love this ladies podcast is we like to celebrate women. We like to highlight women. We've got ages of like 18 all the way through to 35. So people who are just like starting to enter the adult rankings. And then obviously we've got like some senior people who have been bowling for, long time, right, in the adult ranks, and have had huge success over the years. So Renee, we just want to talk about you first. You qualified second with a 323 average your last 5 games, like a whomping finish. And I called this out to Katie, but 283, 350, 317, 308, 260. This is not the first time we're talking about some of those big blocks that you tend to produce. So congratulations, that's huge. Then Brianna, you qualified 10th, averaging 266. Sam qualified 22nd. You averaged 257, and you threw a whopping 346 your last game to make the cut, which is fantastic. Vanessa qualifying 29th, averaging 251. Jordan qualified 31st, averaging 250, and I feel like I'm missing one.
Jordan, Vanessa, Sam. Did you get Brianna?
I did get Brianna. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so amazing. So maybe we'll start off with a couple of questions. First and foremost, we have talked over several podcasts where it's like really challenging to even get one woman to qualify in some of these cash tournaments. And I just feel like this has been a bit of a breakout year for us when we talk about the cash tournaments, because not only are we consistently getting one, but often we're getting multiples in the top qualifying round. And it's just huge benchmark. So I think we should be really proud of how hard we've worked and how much time we've committed to the game, and that we're playing on this equal playing field with the men, which is, outstanding. Often when we go to nationals, you're either on, a ladies team and you're competing as an individual. Sometimes we're playing on a mixed team, so you have a little bit of that breadth, but this is just interesting. I feel like the tour overall and some of these events continue to grow, and there's just massive accomplishments. So I want to call that out because I think it's important that we have moments like this, and appreciate the fact that you guys come on so that we can ask questions, because I do believe that this platform for us is a huge learning platform where people are really paying attention or investing in their game in a different way or striving for different things. And it takes each one of us, right, to have a voice on a platform like this. We've had, faces like Renee and Sam have been with us before, but I think it's also really important to have these new faces on our platform as well, right? And understand what makes them tick. So, Katie, I'll pass it over to you, and we'll maybe get started with a little Q&A.
Yeah. So this cash tournament, like she said, we had the 5 ladies make the cut, which is fantastic. Maybe we'll start with you, Jordan. Is this the first cut that you've made or first cash tournament you've played?
Yeah, this was my first big cash tournament. We have a few just local ones that I've done before, but in terms of big club tour stuff, this was my first cash tournament and the first cut I've made. So it was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Brianna, what about you? Oh, you. Let's see. Try again. No. We had all these mics figured out too, right before coming on, back when the show was just us in the background.
One of those things.
Maybe, Brianna, if you want to just try coming back in and seeing if that just resets your mic, and then we'll flip over to Vanessa. Do you want to tell us about if this was your cash tournament experience? And
yeah, I've done a couple, but it's my first cut. So it's the first time I'm actually bowling on this Sunday. So that was pretty amazing. A lot of firsts for me too, but it was exciting. I enjoyed it.
So we have a note here, Vanessa, that you played open qualifying and you didn't maybe perform to the level that you hoped. And so what happened from that moment to the point where you went to Timmins?
Yeah, so open was it was a tough one to digest. So a lot of mixed emotions to process in a very short time frame. I was just so confused on what happened. But in the following days, I took time to process and organize my thoughts to kind of figure out how to learn from the experience and stay positive about it. One thing that really helped me, and I guess I should publicly give credit to my husband for it, but he reminded me that even if you're not proud or you didn't have you had a bad performance, it's never going to change who you are, and the results don't define you. So I sucked it up. I watched a live stream from provincials to analyze my timing, see how I could just do better. I guess we found something that ended up working. So my focus coming into Timmins was on the execution and consistency of the balls. The score really didn't matter. As much as I wanted to work on the focus and the quality of the balls I was throwing.
This is what I think is so fascinating, that we've all faced moments of disappointment and some really, really hurt, right? And then to bounce back so quickly and just have this quick analysis of yourself and where you're at, and sort of this never give up intention, Vanessa, I think is really admirable. And then obviously you came off like a great weekend where you went, okay, like I can still do this. Like I still have it. So it's just a moment in time. And often it is just a moment in time, right? Like you have a bad weekend, but you could come back 3 days later and have like a great, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had a good league night, and then I go to play like a major event, weekend event like Masters, and I don't play well or whatever. And then the following weekend I go back to league and you play really well. So I think, learning from that experience and being positive about it, obviously the outcome at Timmins was what you achieved.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have Brianna back with her mic. You're going to tell us a little bit about your experience.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it wasn't my first cash tournament. I've done like some local ones, but like Jordan, it's like my first major one. And making the cut, even like top 10 is crazy. Like this is the best I've ever bowled at a tournament before. And I didn't decide I was going to go to Timmins until like 2 weeks ago. So it was kind of a rush to even figure out how I'm going to get there. But I would say it was completely worth it.
Don't you just love the energy that you feel in her voice? Like her voice
excited
is
about it.
like her first major. Like we've all like been there, but like she's just so thrilled and so excited. Like if you could bottle that.
I know, hey.
Right?
And this is a big year for you too, because it's your first year playing the Open as well, I hear.
Yep. Yep.
And you're playing as a single for your zone.
Yep.
Incredible. How are you feeling about that? I know you're at practice right now.
Yeah. It's a little nerve-wracking just because it's going against a lot of people that have a lot more experience than me. And just being like last year YBC, I've never done something this huge before. But I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Sam, tell us a little bit. It's not your first cut.
No, it's the second time I made the cut in Timmins.
Okay.
And then in August, I made the cut at Club Tour, and I've made one other cut in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Was this one, like, how did this one kind of compare to some of those other ones?
It was a bit more of a struggle compared to like when I was at Nebs in August. It was nothing could go wrong. And then in Timmins, I struggled a little bit, especially the second last game. I threw a 174 and then needed a big one, which I ended up getting. So that was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a good feeling. Like, it's always nice when like nothing can go wrong and it doesn't matter where you put the ball. It's like a guaranteed strike. But like, it's also nice when you have those shifts where like you have to throw something big and then you do it and you're like, oh, look at me go. Like, I can still do this sometimes. Like, oh, right. Like those are good feelings also, like a different kind of good feeling, but still a good feeling.
It's sometimes you wonder where you get it from, right? Like if you had the $170 and then you came up with the big game, like where does it come from? And why was the one before that so hard?
I just told myself to throw a better ball.
Oh, it's that simple.
Try a little harder to be a little better. Fair. And then over to you, Renee. You have had like a stellar last season and a half. How was this tournament for you?
It was good. I like going to Timmins. This is pretty much the only cash tournament that I actually go to. I haven't gone down to Nebs or any of that stuff. So I've been going to Timmins since 2010. And I pretty much made the cut every time, though the tournament has evolved considerably. Like it's really doubled in size and changed in format. But I love going up to Timmins. It's one of the tournaments that I look forward to the most, especially since it's really my only big cash tournament every year. And no, it's certainly something that I always look forward to going to.
Tell us about the format change. Like, help us with that, Renee. How has it evolved over time?
So when I started going, it was, I don't know, I'd have to ask Al for the numbers, but something, I feel like there was like 60 or 70 entries. You had 2 Saturday shifts. They cut half the field, and then you had a Sunday 5-game qualifier, and the Saturday was 5 games as well. Sunday 5-game qualifier, and that determined your match play seeding. Top 8 got a first round bye. There was no A side, B side. It was just like single knockout, 2-game total pins. So since Al has kind of revamped it, it's changed it a lot. There's a lot, you could make the cut back in when I started with like a 235, a 240 average, and be comfortably in there. And so with, the work that Al has done in consultation with people like Mitch and Greg has really changed the tournament and made it really one of the premier events, I think. And you get some awesome shooters up there, and it can be a struggle to make the cut there for sure.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. Maybe we do a little bit of a one round table. Katie, most memorable moment for each one of you at Timmins, bowling or not bowling related. Most memorable moment.
Brianna, do you want to start?
Sure. I think my most memorable moment is just how nice and supportive everyone is. Like, after everything, everybody would come up and congratulate me and say, like, I did so good, especially for just being in YBC. And I just think everyone's so nice there.
It is like a good community. Sam, what about you?
Probably my most memorable is the last game. I started with 6 in a row and then spared a right corner pin and then followed it up with a solid left 3 pin. I did spare it.
Nice.
Oh, so like, was it on a mark? Did you say it was on a mark?
It was on a right spare.
Oh, I was going to say, if it was on a strike, it counts the same as a corner spare. So like, basically like hitting the middle, but not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. Jordan, what about you?
Mine was probably just the entire Sunday, just the entire match day, having Sam and my friends there behind me. It was a really fun memory for me with those guys. But just the entire day in general.
Vanessa.
Other than being asked for my ID at the bar, I think, well, when I entered in the third shift, it was the last one, and we figured that 2000 might be enough to make the cut. My mindset kind of changed. Now I felt super confident about it, and I just wanted to beat Alex Summer. So he threw like a 2009, something like that. And at the end of the last game, I had to throw this like 300. And I just looked up and I saw I only had to hit 1 pin on my last ball to actually beat him, and I did. I think that was my most memorable moment.
Taking Alex down.
It was like, it means that I made it, right? I'm not sure he still made it, but I know I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Renee, what about you?
Actually, this was the furthest that I've gotten in the match play, so that was kind of a memorable moment. And much like Sam, I have a 3-pin story. I did 3-pin air on 6 in a row my last game, and it cost me high qualifier.
Oh no.
Sam took a picture and Snapchatted it to my sister. I was like, ah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's in the past.
Yeah, fair.
Whatever, it's fair. It's fine.
Quick question for you and Jordan, like, because like what you said, this was the farthest you had gone on a Sunday, and Jordan, like this being one of your first big cash events, how did that feel on Sunday, like running deep? As you went along, did the matches, like, did your head start kind of playing games with you? Did you feel confident? Like, how did that feel going through? I'll kind of check in with both of you.
You can go first, Joe.
I was so stressed the whole time. My first match was Renee, and I went in there like, "Are you kidding?" But me and her punched a lot. It was rough for both of us, and then that gave me confidence beating Renee. Then Al came at me with vengeance. That knocked me down a bit. Then the next one had to go with Mitch Davies, and I was like, "Oh, another one. Here we go." But beating him gave me a lot of confidence, and then just every match going into there was a lot of confidence, and then Greg knocked me out. But knowing Greg, it was a lot different for my mental beating because I didn't know this was the first weekend I've met Renee, I think. Never met Nick, never met Steve, but I knew Greg. I go in the same house as Greg. It was a lot different of a mentality going into it.
Yeah.
But it was so stressful. But this
Yeah.
entire weekend gave me a lot more confidence. Bowling.
For sure. Renee, what about you?
It was good. It started off a little rough, like, you know, I punched 8 head pins against Joe. And then the next, my B-side match, I think I started punching again. I was like, well, this is not going well. And then I figured it out. The guy I beat punched a garbage can, which kind of made my weekend. And from there, it was just, you know, I was really lucky until the B-side final. I think I didn't get to a 10th frame in the 3rd game. So that was good. But there was really, like, I was bowling Jeff Watts in the B-side final. He and I are friends. We bowled singles together at Masters and the Open. So we're really good friends. There was no stress. And, you know, we were both hitting the middle a ton and just came down to, you know, who got the carries and who didn't. But it was a really, really good match. I think I was down by 50 after the first game. And then after the second game, I was up by 7. So it was a really tight match, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. So we have time, maybe quickly, just goals for the rest of the season. Anything you guys are looking forward to or looking ahead to as you get into, as Tracy said, kind of that like ramp up of the season, Vanessa?
I think I'll go with like consistency, confidence, success at Masters. We still have 2 tournaments to go, and so far so good. And I guess as a coach, I'll be coaching the Quebec mixed team at the Open. So very thankful for this opportunity as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Sam, what about you?
Goals just fine tuning going into Open Provincials. I get to my best friend Katie Bonnie's bowling again, so it's gonna be a little bit more comfortable for me on the team this year, and we have a good team going to Provincial, so I'm excited to have some fun there.
Yeah, and you're playing as a single as well, correct?
Yeah, yes I am.
You were first qualifier for your zone.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing. Jordan, what about you?
Just generally picking pin center and getting more consistent. I've been coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm going to do well on those. And my ultimate one for this year is Youth Sound Nationals this year. I made those, and those are the first ones this year. So just trying to stay competitive and stay driven throughout that entire time.
Yeah. Amazing. Renee?
Open singles and open ladies team. And then we're done. My zone is done all of our Masters blocks leading up to year end. So then just looking forward to year end and hopefully have good results in that as well, so that I can get back to Masters Nationals and try for a gold there.
Yeah. Do you feel any different going into like Open Provincials, knowing that you are like defending champion for the country?
Not really. No. Like
Not changing
I
anything.
like no, I'm not. I don't try. I try and kind of keep it simple. I'm sure that there's a bit of a target on my back. I don't care. I'm just going to throw balls. It doesn't really matter to me. And, you know, I'm just kind of going and want to bowl well. And I figure if I can bowl the way I know I can, I should be, you know, in a good position. Whether that's first, who knows? But that's kind of my goal, is just to go in and bowl well, and we'll see what happens.
Mindset. And Brianne?
I'm hoping to make YBC doubles nationals again this year, and obviously bowl well at the Open.
Nice. Yeah. There's a few people who have like a chance at a couple nationals again this year, which is great. Yeah. Well, congratulations on a fantastic weekend, ladies. Like, you represented so well, raised the bar for everybody. And it just sets you up for the rest of the season and the tournaments that are coming up with that confidence going into them. All right. So we are going to keep trucking along here, but thank you guys for joining us today. And we will let you get back to your evenings, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ladies.
Thank you.
There we go.
Very elite group, right? Just from even the youth and the energy to the experience from Vanessa and Renee and Sam, like just amazing to have them on the podcast tonight.
Yeah. I think that energy is just such a big thing that like when I see someone else with it, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm missing that sometimes.
100%.
It's so
like,
nice to get that feeling back and just like that excitement about it back.
just the youth, like Brianna definitely like had it tonight, right? Where she was just like, so, I mean, I think we all have it in us, but I think like we lose it over time. Like we keep doing it for a long period of time, but yeah, it's just really interesting to me.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So we are kind of changing gears here a little bit tonight. And we decided we were ready to it's the middle of the season. It's time for some fun. Getting away a little bit from just like the traditional bowling podcasting that we have been doing and just wanting to see how we can bring some laughter in. So we have recruited some amazing people. We're going to bring them in and then explain exactly what we're going to be up to here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's
I mean, outside of the first 7 minutes where we had a podcast, just the two of us.
the first
we're
7 minutes were like so good though.
I saw it. It was great.
We
It's
tried
like doing
so hard.
7-minute abs.
Yeah, you know, we rolled with it, but now we get to just have some fun, and that's going to be a great way to end the show, especially after it started in such shambles. We need to like bring it back around with some fun. So Tracy, when we were planning our podcast this week, was like, we just need to like play some games, do something a little bit different, bring it back. And we were like, who better to play games with us? So welcome.
Maybe we do a quick round table. I know everybody on this podcast is super famous, but maybe we do a round table. Tell us who you are, where you're sitting, whose house you're in, what kind of chairs you're sitting in. I don't know. Do a round table. Maybe we start with Newfoundland.
Well, we're not in Newfoundland right now. We're actually about 10 feet away from Jeff and Chris.
Where are you?
We're currently in their basement.
Whose basement?
In Crystal's.
Jeff and
Jeff.
Shut up. How come I didn't know that?
We are that awesome.
That is awesome.
Didn't
They're
get
in
the memo
Regina,
on the
ready to play.
matching outfits though. Didn't know that was a thing.
Well, it's getting close to Diamond Ladies, so that's the only reason. It'll happen now, it'll happen March, and it'll happen in April.
I'm going to remember to.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will. I didn't pack it. I didn't pack it, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, so now that we've got this little 4-player thing happening, you can't hear each other, right? Like for
No.
game time.
Oh no.
Because that's
We have-
cheating.
There will be no
Crystal.
cheating.
No
We don't cheat.
cheating.
We don't cheat. We're very
No
moral,
cheating.
Very moral people.
Okay.
We're on to you guys, first of all.
Wow.
Well, then let's get upstairs from you guys. And do you want to introduce yourselves?
No.
We didn't even introduce ourselves either. Hi.
Oh.
This is off the rails already.
So in the basement, we have Melissa Manor and Megan Gallicano from Newfoundland. Upstairs, Crystal and Jeff Hibner. Are all 4 of you playing a shift at Regina this weekend?
I was laughing.
Are you guys
We're all
the
playing
drinks?
except Crystal. Crystal has an injury.
No. Interesting. Okay. And then over in the purple.
On the
We're
purple
actually
team.
in Jeff and Crystal's bedroom right now. We're in the-
Wow.
it's crazy. We're all
Why
in
not?
Regina.
Why not?
No cahoots. No cahoots.
None.
So we have Stacy and Michaela, obviously regulars on our show. So thank you guys for joining us. So the first game, did you all get my message about needing something to cover your eyes?
Sure.
Okay, fair.
Owls, toots.
So this will be, you are working as a team with the person sitting beside you. And you are going to have to figure out and guess the voice that you hear. Tracy's going to tell us the word that you're going to have to say.
Okay, so the word that you have to say in your undisguised voice is boom chakalaka.
What? I'm so lost.
Boom.
Boom chakalaka. Well,
Boom chakalaka.
So what will happen is when it is your team's turn, you will cover your eyes and I will hold up a sign that has a name on it. And that person
oh.
is going to have to say the words boom shakalaka in a voice, not like their own voice, to see if the blindfolded participants can guess who said it.
This is terrible.
It's
Coming from the Newfoundland accent over here.
She's got this.
Well-
She's got this.
Maybe I'm going to throw the game by using my Newfoundland accent while I say it. So
Me too.
Is that similar or different from your Northern Manitoba accent?
oh, very different. I feel like the only person at a disadvantage here might be Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He qualifies for me all the time on the phone.
Oh, well,
He's
there we
got
go.
like a high voice, doesn't he? He's gonna bring out his high voice.
Yeah. So, does everybody understand the rules?
And like, is there points, Kitty, or do you win something if you're the best?
Yeah, like we'll
Team.
definitely the team that gets the most right, we'll throw in a prize for.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So, Stacy and Michaela, you are blindfolded first.
Well, I didn't hear.
Oh, here, you take the. I want the cat.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Does everybody else? Are you ready?
I'm nervous.
No.
You're ready.
Boom shakalaka.
Who's it?
Who was that voice?
Megan?
Crystal?
Crystal? I have no idea. Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh, you should have gone with Megan.
What's
Oh,
you?
geez.
Wrong. All right. Are you ready for your next one?
Wow.
Oh,
that was
you
such
get 3 in a row.
choice for
3 in
Megan.
a row.
Nice try,
Thank you.
please.
Cover back up.
Oh,
All right.
Jeff.
Jeff? Final answer?
Is that your final answer, Jeff?
Yeah.
That was Tracy. Okay. Okay, your last one. You guys are not doing very well here. All right. In your defense, Tracy said she's been practicing that all day. Okay, here's your last one. Just wait for it.
Crystal?
Your final answer?
Yeah.
Crystal?
Crystal is correct. So you guys get 1 out of 3.
Tears.
my.
Okay. Crystal and Jeff, you're up next.
Oh my.
All right. You're both blindfolded. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Boom.
that voice.
This is the dumbest game that ever existed. Did I get it right?
Who did you say?
I said Melissa.
Oh, yes, it was Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay. Your next one.
Did you say it? We would like to go with Michaela.
Not Michaela. It was Stacy.
Oh, it was between the two of them.
Between the two of them. Yeah, fair. Okay, your last one.
The Sanderson, right?
Yeah.
Well, not anymore, I guess. Sorry.
Boom shakalaka.
He says 100% Kate.
100%.
Wow.
It was really easy, Katie.
I didn't spend all day practicing. Okay. Last group. You ready?
Well, listen, they're going to get it all right.
Why are they going to get it all right? Some people have to go twice because we don't have enough players.
Cheers.
Are you ready? Yes.
Sure. We're going to go with Jeff.
That was Jeff, yeah. Okay. Are you ready for your next one?
Yes.
Boom shakalaka.
Katie.
No, that was Tracy's second.
Oh, like it was Katie or Tracy.
All right, and your last one.
Boom shakalaka.
Maybe. Michaela.
Michaela. You're right. Wow, we didn't like account for a tie.
Two prizes.
And the worst of it was when it was Tracy, the two of us looked at each other and were like, is Katie or Tracy? I was like, maybe Tracy? We're like, maybe Katie. And we're like, Katie didn't do well last time, so she's trying really hard. So that's why
I also love that she's talking like we talked about this in the 2 seconds we discussed.
we did.
And that we couldn't hear what you were all saying because you were on camera.
Just so you know, we have messages popping in from like different group chats that are telling us people have like secondhand anxiety and embarrassment.
It's all good.
Oh my God. I loved this.
Wow.
Okay. Our next game is not nearly as anxiety inducing. So it's like a classic Family Feud, but we are going to separate you from the person you're sitting beside. So team 1 is going to consist of Melissa, Stacy, and Jeff. Team 2, Megan, Crystal, and Michaela. Okay. Everybody knows what team they're on?
Sure.
Here is how it will work. You have to, I'm going to give a question. I'm going to tell you who's the people who are like fast trying to get it. You have to be the first person to say Ladies Podcast in order to be the team that gets to pass or play. Has everybody seen Family Feud before?
Yep.
Like, I'm sure we can all figure it out. Okay. So first up will be actually, if they're on different teams, we could have the people who are sitting beside each other be the ones going against each other.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
probably the easiest way. Okay, so Megan and Melissa, you'll be up first.
Okay.
Are you ready? Do you know what to say? If you want to answer
Ladies
the
podcast.
Ladies podcast. Okay, Tracy, make sure you're like listening. Who says it first?
I'm just gonna say it. Just
Okay.
like okay.
Name. You guys can't push each other out of the way. Name something that must be brewing.
Ladies podcast.
Okay.
A cold?
No. Yeah, we have. Wait for it.
I have an answer.
Oh no, wrong one.
Oh,
Shambles.
this is aggressive.
Melissa, do you have an idea of something that must be brewing?
Oh,
Brewing.
a storm.
A storm is on there. Does your team want to pass or play?
Guys, do we want to pass or play?
Let's play.
Let's play. We're gonna play.
Stacey, something that must be brewing.
Like coffee?
Good
Coffee.
answer.
The
Good
number
answer.
one answer.
Number one answer.
Okay. Jeff,
Beer.
beer is the number two answer. Wow, you guys are cruising. Melissa. Well, maybe not anymore.
There are 6 spots. Should have
Oh.
told
Yeah, there are
you.
We have
6
co-
spots.
we have
So
coffee, storm, beer. Boston.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
first strike.
I
Not
was
Boston.
thinking of
Easy.
too.
Something that's brewing. I'll just go for a fart.
Oh,
Is that what Crystal was going to say?
Good one.
Not a fart. And Jeff.
Soup. I don't know.
Eh. So, Megan, Crystal, and Michaela, do any of you have to steal 70 points?
I have a pretty decent one, maybe. Are we allowed to discuss among the team?
Sure.
Brewing a potion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or like a storm brewing.
It's already been said.
That was already said. The disdain with which Stacey just said that was next level. Or like a cauldron. I don't know. I was thinking about Harry
Okay,
Potter.
you have 3 seconds to come up with an answer.
That.
No,
Boo.
not one of them.
know
So
it's-
the
I know
other
it's over.
answers,
Trouble. Trouble.
trouble
It was
is
on
one
there.
of them. A
Boo.
plot,
A little late.
a plot,
Nice.
trouble, and tea. So that
Ooh.
means team 1 gets 70 points.
Tea doesn't brew. It's tea.
Oh yeah, that is fair. I didn't come up with these answers. 100 people did. So, and 17 people said tea. Okay, question number 2, Michaela and Stacey. This one's yours. You know what to say when it's time?
Yep.
Okay, ready? Name a weather condition that would be a good name for a wrestler.
Ladies podcast.
It was
It's
me.
definitely you.
Stormy.
Stormy is the number 2 answer. So, Michaela, you have an opportunity to see if you can get the number 1 answer.
Lightning bolts.
Yes.
No. Megan loved that.
I
you
was
guys
gonna
gonna
say lightning.
pass or play, Stacey?
What do you want to do?
Let's play.
Like,
Okay, Jeff.
Hurricane.
5 answers.
Hurricane. 12 people said hurricane.
Did you say stormy?
So
Yep.
storm / stormy, 18
Yeah.
people, and hurricane 12. Melissa.
Blizzard.
No blizzard.
Listen, I come from Newfoundland. We've had 90 centimeters of snow in the past
Yes,
week.
fair.
Blizzard is definitely a very intimidating name.
Case in point, brewing a cold.
Stacy.
Hurricane?
Hurricane is already said. You
No.
said hurricane.
God. I'm not writing things down and I'm old. I'm probably the oldest one here.
I'm going to give you a second X for that. Jeff?
Typhoon.
Wow. I thought this one was like an easy question. All right. Team 2, you have an opportunity to steal 30 points.
Well, it might not be lightning, but maybe thunder.
Yeah, thunder.
Thunder is the number 3 answer. So
Hey.
you guys steal. And are at 46. So the number 5 answer was tsunami.
Oh.
And then the number 1 answer that nobody got, tornado.
I was saying tornado twister.
Didn't say that.
Amazing. Okay, here's the last one. I have a feeling I know who's going to answer this one first, but Jeff and Crystal, are you ready?
Mm-mm.
No, we're not ready. Okay. This is a fill in the blank question. And it will be, yeah, okay. Having a bird poop on you is bad, but imagine how much worse it would be if blank could fly.
Ladies podcast.
Oh, Jeff.
Pigs?
Pigs is the number 3 answer. Crystal, do you have a guess?
An elephant?
Number 1 answer. Do you guys want to pass or play?
Play.
Play. Okay. Megan, it would be so much worse than a bird pooping on you if blank could fly.
Oh my god, I have no idea. I totally am not Googling anything right now. I don't know.
You got this.
I was giggling when I thought Jeff said the ladies' podcast could fly. Okay, Crystal's cheating. I have absolutely no outside influence on this, but I think I'm gonna say a horse.
12 people said horse.
Oh wow!
Please.
Michaela.
Tim Wiseman?
I will accept Tim Wiseman because the second lowest answer was a human. Which
So that counts. I think it counts.
3
Good,
people.
great answer, Michaela.
said
Great
human.
answer.
Crystal, back to you.
What do you have? 4? One
There's
left?
2 answers left on the board. Elephants, pigs, horses, and humans have been said.
Rhino?
A rhino is your first strike. Now I have high hopes of Megan here since she had no ideas the first time around.
Not a one. I don't know. Fucking crocodile.
Wow.
It would be pretty crappy.
Crocodile.
Could you imagine?
Oh, I got one.
Okay. Michaela, last chance for your team.
Like an ostrich? An ostrich?
What are the answers? No. Jeff, Melissa, and Stacy, you have an opportunity to steal the 65 points and win the game. Otherwise, team 2 wins.
Guys, is it that simple? We're having a group discussion. Is it that simple that it's like cat or a dog?
Dog. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Tell them, Crystal. Do you want to say cat or dog or what?
Cow.
That was a good one too.
Mm.
Jeff, what do you think, Jeff?
What do you think, Jeff?
You go for it. Whatever you
why? Stacy.
Final
Dogs?
answer in.
A
said
mouse.
cow.
A mouse. I'm a little bit offended that you're asking for some outside help.
Group discussion. Dogs.
We're
Dogs?
gonna go with dogs. Let's go with dogs.
7 people said dogs.
Yeah.
Over crocodiles.
And ostriches
And
too.
ostriches?
Dogs over crocodiles and ostriches.
Was a cow on there?
A cow
Number
was the number 2
2.
answer. Cows was number 2. Dogs came after horses. And then following up Tim Wiseman and his human poops was rats.
Oh,
Oh.
2 people said rats.
well.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
that's
fun,
game
guys.
night.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost all our people who tuned in
Self-respect.
probably about 30 minutes.
Actually, no, it's held pretty steady.
I was like, every viewer in the country is gone now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Viewership is now at an all-time low.
It's been pretty good. But we definitely do appreciate you guys coming on, having some fun with us, and not having it always have to be like the interviews and just everything like that, but just being able to enjoy our friends across the country. And it's nice to be able to share some laughs with you guys.
Does this mean we get like Katie Rayner and Tracy Smith like autographs or something now?
Maybe
You wanna-
t-shirts.
You want a
I already
t-shirt?
have a T-shirt, so
Well, we can get you a Diamond Ladies shirt. Well, we got stuff. Don't you worry. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and good luck to all of you. I know, Michaela, you're bowling Regina.
Yep.
Jeff, Melissa, Megan. I hope you guys all. Stacey,
You're bowling?
Are you bowling?
Yes.
We'll see.
Her name's in.
Amazing.
Her
Well-
400. You threw 400.
Today.
We talked about that on the
Yes.
podcast 17.1.
I text you. I said, stop it.
Yeah, but then it didn't make the cut for 17.2. Sorry.
Okay.
Stacey, while we have you, any quick updates on Diamond Ladies?
Pretty much it's just kind of like filing in like with entries and stuff now. I am about, I think my last check, I have about 13,500 in sponsorships. So it'll be full payout. So maybe Katie and some of the girls from Edmonton could put their names in. That would be nice.
I put my name in. I have a double spot and I have 2 Saturday shifts.
Well, not all of you do.
Oh,
Just
well, I'll
saying.
work on them.
No, it's looking good. It's just now it's just kind of as it gets closer, the paper stuff happens, but the merch store is out and we added some colors and some different things this year, so that's pretty exciting. And I don't know.
That's perfect. We can
Yes,
do
yeah.
another update next podcast, which
Yeah.
looks like it's going to be March 20th.
Perfect.
Well, other than that, that's kind of like where we're at, hey?
That's
Good
our
luck to
wrap-up.
everyone in Regina. Good luck
Yeah.
to all the people traveling. Safe travels, and hopefully you all have a fantastic weekend. And we can't wait to recap it all at our next podcast.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Now the 6 of us are gonna go
You
hang
guys
out all on our
know.
own.
Yeah, you guys can have a little party. All right, guys. Everybody, hope you have a fantastic month, and we will see you in March.
Love
Thanks
you guys.
so much, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.